Slowly pan over a political map of early 1900s Europe as borders pulse with tension. Side view of troops marching down cobblestone streets, rifles on shoulders, cheering crowds. Dimly lit room with world leaders whispering, fading into scenes of handshake deals. Slow motion close-up of cannons being wheeled past civilians during military parade. Street vendors shouting headlines of rising conflict as worried faces pass by. Time lapse of clouds rolling over calm European countryside with a faint ticking clock overlay. A slow drive-through view from inside the Archduke's car, surrounded by cheering crowds. Suspenseful close-up of a young assassin gripping a pistol in a shadowy alley. Freeze-framed explosion of chaos after the gunshot, people screaming and scattering. High-angle shot of Austrian officials drafting documents in dark wooden chambers. Cinematic montage of flags unfurling. Russia, Germany, Austria, Serbia, one after the other. Digital glow effect showing Europe lighting up with war declarations across a vintage map. Train station filled with waving families and uniformed boys climbing aboard steam trains. Soldiers laughing and playing cards inside train cars as countryside blurs by. Wide shot of trenches being dug under gray skies with thunder in distance. Dramatic slow motion of artillery being fired, dirt flying upward with deafening impact. POV shot from inside a trench as a shell hits nearby, causing confusion and terror. Crawling soldiers fade into fog, disappearing one by one as gunfire crackles. Indian battalions standing at attention under British flag, wind rustling uniforms. Pan across French colonial troops preparing rifles in a North African camp. Gallipoli coastline under fire, with troops storming rugged cliffs and defenders resisting. Wide desert shot of Ottoman cavalry riding through swirling sandstorm. Animated globe spins showing WW1 battle zones across continents. Portraits of colonial soldiers slowly dissolve into smoke with whispering war sounds. Soldier trudging through muddy trench, water sloshing, explosions rumbling nearby. Slow zoom on bloated rats crawling over a fallen soldier's gear. Close-up of trembling, hands holding a crumpled letter, voice-over whisper echoes in background. Soldiers huddled under blankets in cold, sky flashing from artillery bursts. Soldiers on both sides cautiously emerge from trenches, shaking hands during ceasefire. Laughter echoing from a group of soldiers playing cards, despite nearby thunder of war. Machine gunner firing rapidly as soldiers charge into the open field. Tank breaks through barbed wire in slow motion, crushing debris and helmets. Biplane spin and dogfight through smoky clouds, one trailing flames. Soldiers coughing violently in green fog as gas creeps through trenches. Artillery crew reloads and fires in rhythmic, emotionless efficiency. Montage of bullets and shells rolling down factory lines with cold mechanical precision. American troops training in wide fields under sunlight, flags flapping in wind. Submarine POV as torpedo launches toward civilian liner in stormy waters. Vintage telegram being decoded, words like Mexico and Germany lighting up. Congress chamber with Wilson passionately speaking, crowd divided in silence. American ships unloading fresh soldiers onto French shores, dramatic reveal shot. Joint Allied charge with bayonets raised, flags waving, under pounding artillery. German women and children standing in soup kitchen line, snow falling. Disorganized Austrian troops retreating through icy mountains, abandoning gear. Ottoman flags being lowered as Turkish soldiers salute their fallen empire. Montage of different soldiers removing helmets, laying down weapons in silence. Field littered with discarded helmets, war medals, and a broken rifle. Portraits of fallen monarchs fade out one by one, replaced by cracks on old thrones. Versailles Palace corridors lit with a golden hue, but with shadows creeping in corners. Close-up of German delegates signing peace terms with downcast faces. Red stamped document labeled reparations being placed on a pile of papers. Overhead map animation showing messy new borders drawn over former empires. Child walking alone in ruins of Berlin, snow falling, buildings shattered. Dark figure resembling Hitler standing at a distance, watching the treaty burn in symbolic fire. Drone style shot flying over endless graveyard rows under cloudy skies. Soldier with prosthetic leg and haunted eyes walks alone through crowd. Angry crowds waving red flags in cities, firelight dancing on their faces. Teacher draws jagged borders on a cracked world map in a broken classroom. Stack of faded photographs slowly blowing away in wind, each face a lost name. Planet earth-shattering and bleeding in symbolic CGI scene, fading into black.